Today is October 27th, 2021. We're back up here at the Hemingway GraveSite. We did a dig out, a clean out around the footstones, and we're up here to check it out. Some of the first ones that we come up to are Roger Hemingway, born in 1957, passed away 2014. He was a loving father and a papa. And on this side, we have Pauline J. Hemingway, born 1937, died 1966. And again, as you see the angel, this is the angel that is attached to a bell that would be connected to the gravesite for people back when people were accidentally or mistakenly buried alive. And there would be a string attached to it to let people know that they were alive. Hence the idea of where Saved by the Bell came from. This angel in particular seems to be looking out for Pauline. And over here we have John William Hemingway. He was born 1893 and died February 14th, 1970. He is a beloved father and a grandfather, loved by many. And over here we have Mary Hemingway, who is Albert Hemingway's wife, born 1926 and passed away 1971. In recent history, I had found out that Mary had had bad teeth, and part of the reason why she passed away was because of pyorrhea in her mouth, as my mother Debbie Winks, aka Debbie Hemingway, had stated to me just a little over a week ago. And here we have Albert Hemingway, who was born 1918 until 1972, 1918 until 1972. He had passed away 3 years before I, a junior to my grandfather, first, middle, and last name. And then right in front of him, we have Brian Auslander. Right in here. Brian Auslander lies in here. And Debbie Hemingway lies within here. Both of these babies were no more than 3 years old. Debbie had a trachea in her throat and had a lot of health issues. And I do remember her as a child. I may have been maybe 7 to 9 years old, somewhere in that range. And I can always remember when I went to my Uncle Ralph's grave site that I haven't been to yet, actually. But I can remember going to his home, and there was a crib set up with breathing machines and a whole bunch of different life-saving machines to what she was hooked up to. And as far as I can remember, Brian Auslander, who was Beulah Auslander's son, had died of SIDS, I do believe. And then up here, we have Linda Stuhler, who was a family member who had a lot of complications within the family and a different meaning of the way life should have been. She was considered an outcast by many of the people in the Hemingway family because the alleged allegations that were made by different family members of when I was a child. There was some physical abuse from her onto her children which altered the way a lot of those children turned out and looked at life. She had one son who ended up in prison. His name was Phil Crosby. He ended up in Attica, ended up getting brutally prison raped and a broken ankle during the course of a interaction with other inmates. But Linda Stuhler was married to Phil Crosby for approximately 15 to 20 years. And why they got divorced, I was too young to know or what that even was. But I just remember one day going over to my aunt's house, and she was by herself for approximately 5 to maybe 7 years, and then she met another fella, and I'm not sure what his name is. But I do remember her boyfriend, after she had passed away, lived around the corner from myself. I had hung out some clothes, and he stole about $75 worth of white t-shirt. In today's market, it would be over $210. I don't hold it against him because he had nothing really to fall back on, not having any life insurance to back up. He was forced to live into a deeper squalor of life and almost become vagrant and almost unrecognizable. To this day, where her new boyfriend is, I have no idea. But this is Linda Stuhler. She is a beloved mother and grandmother. Linda Marie Stuhler Hemingway. She was born September 2nd, 1949, and passed away January 27th, 2005. And over here, we have Alan Fergie Hemingway. He has a wife by the name of Maureen Hemingway, who was born in 1955. And luckily, she is still with us. She's a beautiful woman, somebody you would really like to get to know. Alan was 47 years old when he passed away. He died of spider cancer. The doctors told him he had about 14 months to live. Within a 12-month period, almost to the day, he had died. Spider cancer is something that when you get it, it gets into your body and it starts to spread rapidly. How it's caused, I am unsure of, but he's a man who was very well missed. His son, Anthony Hemingway, also passed away, and unsure of what circumstances were being taken place as to his demise. Some say he was into drugs and there was a heroin overdose, and others say he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But either way, this is the Hemingways. And as always, we have, say hi, Declan.
Hi.
This is Declan the DJ. We're going to be working on something for him later in the channel, or possibly starting his own channel. But this is Declan. He has a broken thumb or a fractured wrist. Is it fractured wrist?
I think so.
Playing football, touch football in school with a classmate during COVID times. Tell him how you feel. Are you feeling okay today? He's wearing Puma.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. That's right. One more go around. And this little girl right here, no relation to the family, but it says, Our Little Angel, Jocelyn Maureen Balalak, born August 13th, 2011. 4 days later, she passed away September 20th, 2011. In our hearts forever. The last time we came up here, this tombstone had to be cleaned. Excuse me, the footstone had to be cleaned. It seemed like many of the caretakers come up and did a lot of the grave cleaning. What you see here, the dig outs are from Declan and myself.
Stop that.
This is Ernest Hemingway's family.